A senior Environmental Protection Agency official with long ties to the chemical industry is moving to roll back a major rule targeting toxic, forever chemicals. Stephen Cook, now a top deputy in the EPA's Office of Land and Emergency Management, spent years as a lawyer representing chemical companies. As recently as January, he was in court fighting the very rule he is now working to repeal. That rule, created under the Biden administration, requires polluters to pay billions of dollars in cleanup costs for PFAS contamination. But documents reviewed by the New York Times reveal that after meeting with industry groups in July, Cook's office abruptly reversed its internal recommendation. A draft memo that once said the pros outweigh cons of the rule was rewritten to say the cons outweigh pros. The change is now being prepared for EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, who will soon decide whether to keep or scrap the regulation. The shift has alarmed environmental experts. If they overturn this, it would leave the public responsible for cleaning up, not the companies that knowingly polluted the land, said Tracy Woodruff, a leading researcher on chemical health risks. Ethics watchdogs also see a conflict of interest, pointing out that Cook represented industry trade groups suing over the same policy only months ago. PFAS, or forever chemicals, are widely used in everyday products like nonstick cookware, waterproof fabrics, and firefighting foam. They do not break down in the environment, build up in the human body, and have been linked to cancer, low birth rates, and other serious health effects. Studies suggest they contaminate nearly half of America's tap water, and regulators warn almost no level of exposure is safe. Industry groups, however, argue that the Superfund designation is too costly. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce estimates compliance could cost companies up to $800 million a year and tens of billions over time. Following Cook's July meeting, he circulated a memo echoing those concerns, calling compliance costs potentially staggering. If the EPA does move to repeal the rule, it would trigger a lengthy new regulatory process and almost certainly face legal challenges from environmental groups. For now, Administrator Zeldin has not issued a final decision, but the outcome could determine whether the burden of cleaning up toxic pollution falls on the corporations that caused it or on American taxpayers.